Coming up next, we learn how hops are grown.
Yeah, this is farm to tap. We were at the farm, we built this out. We bring in those hops in here, brew it on our house system here. Sometimes it's a wet hop or a dry hop product. And then we put it on the tap handle for our customers to enjoy.
All right, we're here with Von Watering. We're in Santa Fe, Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
Who named it that?
That's a great question. A lot of great history in this area. That one I do not know, but I do in Tennessee. Does have ties going back into Texas and the Southwest, so
gotcha.
could be part of that. Yeah.
This is your hops farm, isn't it?
Yes, sir. This is it. We've got a 1 acre planted right here on our 30-acre farm. So yeah.
Okay. I mean, did you grow up doing this?
Not growing hops, no. I grew up in Southeast Ohio around agriculture. My wife's family, my family, we weren't in it. I started doing this when I got into work, and I still loved beer, and I wanted to go to every brewery I wanted to see, and then I wanted to be a home brewer, and then I wanted to grow my own hops. So that's kind of just, kept rolling, if you will.
Did you have that kit that every home brewer gets?
Yeah. Sat on the stove, made terrible beer.
Was it awful?
Out of it, yeah. No, it was terrible. Makes a whole gallon. It would take 2 weeks to make a gallon of beer that you'd consume within, really fast. So it wasn't quite worth the effort.
Well, what's your background?
Background, I'm a chemist by education.
Yeah.
My career was in the pharmaceutical world. A lot of drug products are made very similar to what I do now in the brewing. Always loved agriculture. Growing up and being on our farms, if it was my wife's grandfather's farm, cattle farm, just love agriculture and wanted to continue through with this and do what we can for the brewing side of the of the world, but then also here in Tennessee, lift up maybe a different way of agriculture. Designing out, I had some great friends that are in the business. There's a gentleman up in upstate New York that helped me on design of the hop field, and then standing it up. The fun thing with if you have a great piece of hydraulic equipment, you can build this. And so I stood out here with a lull and a strap, and the holes were already dug with with the auger. An incredible leg workout when you're doing all of this, all this cabling and all. But yeah,
well, give me a hops 101.
Hops 101. So they're perennial vine, bine with a B. They will die back in the fall time after we get the frost. And then you take them to the, everything that's down, we compost back in. Then comes spring, somewhere early April, maybe even earlier than that. Here in Tennessee, we've got a little bit, warmer spring, and they'll start emerging from the ground. And you can see a small one here that's a late bloomer, but they start very small, start emerging. Then we start doing a little bit of pruning at that point in time just to make sure the right ones are coming up, and training. We're going to harvest here probably, I stagger my training dates, if you will, so I'm not harvesting all at once.
So your chemistry background probably helps quite a bit.
It makes it a lot of fun when a hop goes in and your recipe calls for 5% alpha acid, but your hop only brings you 4%. You have to do a little bit of math, a little bit of chemistry, and then there's the duration of that hop being in the boil process of how much it's going to give back. And ultimately, in the beer world, we call that IBUs, or bitterness. So a hop that's boiling for 60 minutes, the same hop boiling for 60 minutes is going to give you something. That same hop boiling for 15 minutes is going to give you something else.
Well, this is beautiful, gorgeous, but it's all about the beer.
It is all about the beer. That's where these guys want to go.
That's okay. Well, why don't we go try some?
Hey, let's go. Let's head to Curio.
All right,
thanks.
So I raise corn, I raise soybeans, I take that to ethanol plants or elevator. I never get to see my product actually hit the consumer. You do.
Yes.
This is what, you said farm to tap?
This is farm to tap. We were at the farm, we built this out, we bring in those hops in here, brew it on our house system here. Sometimes it's a wet hop or a dry hop product, and then we put it on the tap handle for our customers to enjoy.
Okay. And again, your chemistry background, I imagine, probably helped with all this.
Oh yeah, lots of fun, I'll make the adjustments based on how we want the beer to come out, and that's even if it's on the grain side, not my product, but we'll make some adjustments there, and then with the hops as well to make sure you get the right bitterness.
You've done every part of this, and now a customer has your beer in front of them, and then you're watching them drink it. Tell me through that moment.
It's sometimes it's like seeing your child go off to kindergarten. It's just that moment that just makes you happy, and you're like, But I value honesty with it.
Yeah.
If it's not their take, we try to get it to them. Hey, do you want a Pilsner? Do you want a light beer? Do you want a dark beer? Do you want an IPA?
Yeah.
We try to figure that out beforehand. But then I just love getting the feedback from them.
If I come here, the whole process of having a beer, having fun, tell me what's going to happen if I come through your doors.
Hey, you walk in, if we're in the early hours, we also are roasting coffee and serving up, lattes and cappuccino drinks. We don't say anything wrong. Somebody want to have a beer at 10 o'clock in the morning either.
Well, what's wrong with that?
I know, what's wrong with that?
It's like an airport
We've
here.
got a milk stout. We have it's great. Folks come in, they see this, wonderful, inviting, environment. We're kid friendly, and from little ones to middle schoolers up through. We want the whole family to be here. We want to service community. We have a lot of folks that come in here that are regulars that want to work. They're work at home now, and this is a great spot where they can come in and have something in the morning.
Use your Wi-Fi.
Use our Wi-Fi. We've got great Wi-Fi as well. Yeah, it's a fun thing. It's a great experience. We do want to capture everybody and make it enjoyable for everybody who comes in.
Tell me about the coffee side. How long you been doing that?
The coffee side, well, it started before the brewery started. We're up to this July will be the 4th year for a brewery in this space. My partner and another partner, they started the coffee business, and then we've moved into here. We're roasting coffee over here. Every month or so. We make blends for hotels, different coffee shops, our own use. We also use that coffee into a cold brew beverage here that we use our brew system for. We roast some of the best beans to start with, and then the attention to detail right there, from the single origin to the blended coffees. I think we knock it out of the park.
How long does it take between the starting process here and when you can actually drink a beer?
Well, so brew day will happen. I'll actually start the day before doing my water chemistry, making it right, but that's just a little bit. Then brew day happens. So you're working about 6 hours throughout the process of making the beer. You move it into the fermenter, cool it down, then we put the yeast in. So the real star of the show when it comes to making beer is the yeast.
Okay.
We're wort makers, so we just make this sweet, sugary water. The yeast go in there, they consume all of that sugar, they give us carbon dioxide and ethanol. And then after about, 2 weeks for the simplest beers to a lager, can take many months, we'll have a beer. But the fastest, you're talking 2 to 3 weeks from start to finish.
Yeah. People just don't understand.
Yeah, it's not
they go to
that
the
fast.
store, they open the Modelo's or whatever, and they think, it just shows up.
Yeah,
right?
you went to the aisle, you pulled it open, you walked to the counter, you paid, and all that. What'd that take, 5 minutes?
Do you can your own beer too?
We do. We can some of our beers. Most of our beer goes into kegs, but we can a good portion of our beer.
And this is wonderful and all, but I say we go taste some beer.
I think we do. Let's head to the tap room.
Okay, so what do we have here? What are all these?
So here we have our Orange and Curious. This is a New England Hazy IPA.
Yeah.
Here we have our Joyous, so it's a French style Pilsner.
Okay.
Here's Barn Cat and American Farmhouse IPA.
Barn Cat, all right.
Yeah, and the last but not least out here is Wheat Jeans. It's a peachy wheat beer.
Oh, okay. All right, and then we're just going to try to taste them.
I think we try them and you see which ones you like.
Okay.
Pilsner's a great beer.
All
Cheers.
right, cheers.
Usually we just take a sip when we want to try a beer, but I appreciate your gusto there. That was awesome.
Nobody told me that.
Oh.
That was really good, though.
That was good, though. That's wonderful.
And this one is the...
This is New England IPA, Orange and Curious.
Okay, here we... No, I'm not gonna...
Not on that. A little higher on the alcohol. Yep.
Oh, I like that.
It's a beautiful, a lot of super hops on there, bringing it all through.
Okay.
This is Barn Cat, the farmhouse IPA.
What's the name behind the Barn Cat?
Barn Cat. So back out at the farm, Bells of the South. That was where it originated from.
It's made from Barn Cats.
Barn Cats, yes. And that's the Centennial and Cascade hops that we were looking at.
Oh, so this was from your farm? This one?
So the last one here,
the
Wheat Jeans.
The wheat.
This is a peach wheat beer. So great summer beer.
Peach wheat.
Peach and wheat. Yep.
Oh, that one can be dangerous. The people that come in here and they drink these, do they know the story? Do they know where they come from?
If we're here, we can give them a little bit of the story if they ask. Some know the story and they tell whoever they're bringing in with them. They're visitors from out of town. So yeah, it's a wonderful thing. I think that's a big, that's a big, feel-good moment.
Yeah.
when your customers are telling other customers about this beer or that beer.
I gotta say, I like them all. I do like the peach. So cheers.
Cheers. Awesome.
All
Thank
right.
you so much. Been a great day.
Thank you very much. Thanks for spending some time with us here on SharkFarmer TV. For more stories about people in agriculture, catch my shows on Rural Radio Channel 147 Sirius XM. There's more in-depth discussions on my podcast, and of course, you can check out previous episodes of this show on my YouTube channel. Find out more at sharkfarmer.com.